Week 1 of the new season, it's already behind us. We had a very interesting game against the Panthers where we were up 32-17 in the fourth quarter, but we ended up choking the lead away. So we needed a miracle, and we got one on this Hail Mary, not by completing it, but by drawing a pass interference penalty that would allow us to kick a field goal and force overtime. In overtime, we were able to get the win 41-35 on a walk-off touchdown run from the rookie running back, Montel Rodriguez, who was one of 3 rookies on offense to really impress me in week 1. Rodriguez had to fill in for Gibson, who had to miss parts of that game with a calf injury. And Rodriguez, he scored 2 touchdowns, including the game winner. Michael Kirkpatrick, he had a solid game as a run blocker, and he was also able to catch his first touchdown pass in the NFL. Anthony Allen only had 3 catches in week 1, but they were clutch catches, and he actually did lead the team in receiving yards with 122 of them. You can expect to see more of Anthony Allen in today's game because Vernon Hitchens, our number 3 wide receiver on the depth chart, will be out with a turf toe injury. Another player that you could expect to see more of is Nolan Walker. He will not start, but he is going to be playing more. We did use a first-round pick on him, and we now know he has a great depth trait at superstar development. So if he's going to be playing more, the guy that is likely going to be losing playing time is Avonte Maddox. And when we do have Walker on the field, he cannot be a nickel cornerback, so Kelvin Joseph, he will have to be the nickel quarterback when we have Walker and Caver on the outside. Emmett Spearman, he had a solid week 1, but he will be out with a hip pointer injury, which means that we are going to be a bit thin on the interior defensive line. Let's get to the team that we're taking on today, the Saints. They of course have a brand new head coach in Kevin Bell, who was with us for the first few years of this franchise as our defensive coordinator. And as a defensive head coach, he was able to help this Saints defense shut down the Seahawks offense. They do have Josh Metellus, who we traded to them ahead of the regular season. He may not be their starting strong safety, but he did contribute in their week 1 win. He had 4 tackles, even had a pass deflection. Their starting strong safety though, Mike Isaac, he was really good. 7 tackles, 2 pass deflections, and he is somebody to look out for on this Saints defense. They also have some intriguing younger players that are pass rushers like Isaiah Foskey. We will be without our starting center, Brian Sandridge, who has a knee cartilage tear, so Antonio Mafi will be the starting center, and I think he should be okay out there. Dom Nance, he was the number 1 overall pick in this last draft. He's a big-bodied wide receiver with great athleticism, and he looks like he's really good. He got a touchdown catch in week 1 and was just overall good in week 1, despite Derek Carr not having a good week 1 as their starting quarterback, and they do also still have Alvin Kamara as their starting running back. So I think if we are able to shut down their pass game, we should be able to really just destroy them. We will have Devin White for this game as our starting middle linebacker. He hasn't played since the last game of the regular season last year, which has been a long time, so be nice to see him out there. But let's go ahead and get right into this week 2 game, taking on Kevin Bell and his Saints. It is going to begin here with a sack by Kobe Turner, who is going to drop Derek Carr back at his 22. 3rd and 13. Carr is looking around, and he's just going to throw this one over the head of Juwan Johnson, and the Rams are going to force the Saints to go 3 and out to begin the day. The Rams, hoping to not go 3 and out, are going to hand it off to Gibson, who gets a running lane, and is a 13-yard pickup, taking it up to the 38. They go to a bunch right look on 1st and 10, and it's going to be a reverse to Anthony Allen. The speedy receiver is getting upfield, picking up 7 yards on the reverse. Any way that you can get him and his elite speed the ball, you have to. Now Gibson on 2nd and short. He's got a first down across midfield. Already the 2nd first down he has picked up today. At the 49, a fake to Gibson. They're trying to set up a screen for Michael Kirkpatrick, but the Saints are not fooled. It'll be a sack for Brassie and a loss of 9 for this Rams offense. On 2nd and long, it's a check down to Mike Williams, who is going to get upfield and go to bounds at the 44 on New Orleans, picking up 13 yards on the first completed pass of the day for this Rams offense. On 3rd down, though, Rosen is going to be sacked by Peyton Turner, and that is going to end the Rams drive. The Saints would go 3 and out again, so the Rams offense right back out there. It'll be a toss left side to Gibson, who is across midfield, and Tyrann Mathieu is going to chase him down and spin him out of bounds at the 41. So Gibson off to a fast start, but our offensive line is not looking good. It'll be a sack for Ebukam, and a loss of 8 for this Rams offense. Already the third sack of the day. A 2nd and 18 screen to Gibson, who is brought down by Josh Metellus, his ex-teammate at the 37 to make third down more manageable. They're going to send Allen in motion and flip it to him. He can't get a block from Rodriguez, and he's out of bounds, a bit short of the first down marker. And the Rams will bring on Tanner Brown to kick a field goal, and he's going to make it. So the Rams are at least able to take the lead, but you would have liked a touchdown on that drive after your defense has gotten off to a fast start. Can they keep up the fast start? A pass on the left side to Juwan Johnson. The tight end is out of bounds with a gain of 10. Eric Carr just 1 of 4 to start this game. A handoff to Kamara, and he'll pick up a first down going down the 39. Under 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Carr is going to throw to his left, hitting Juwan Jennings, the former 49er, for a gain of 8 to make it 3rd and short. Derek Carr will head under center and fake it to Kamara. He's going to go to his right this time, hitting Dom Nance, the number 1 overall pick, as a first down. He's brought down by Addison Caver. That should be a great matchup to watch. The number 1 overall pick going up against last year's Defensive Rookie of the Year, as Wani Culliver just blasts Kamara at the 41. 3rd and 2. It's going to be a swing pass to Kamara. He'll get away from Devin White, but he's not going to get away from Nolan Walker. He'll be dropped for a loss of 7, and the Saints are going to be forced to punt it away. They were not in field goal range. A fake to Gibson to begin this LA drive, as the Rams are hoping to get a touchdown on this one. It'll be a catch on the right side by Michael Kirkpatrick, and he's got a first down just shy of the 30. A run-heavy look on 1st and 10, and the Saints are all over it. They'll swarm Gibson in the backfield for a loss of 3. Now in the second quarter, Rosen has nobody open, and he goes down. He'll be sacked by Peyton Turner, the 4th sack of the game for the Saints defense, and the Rams will have to punt the ball away. A throw on the right side is pulled in by Dom Nance, who is spun down by Kelvin Joseph at the 36. The favorite down and distance for the Saints so far, 3rd and 2. It'll be Dom Nance on the right side. He's unable to bring it in. Addison Caver is going to win the battle that time around, and the Saints will have to punt the ball away. Josh Rosen on 1st and 10 is going to load up and go deep down the field for Mike Williams, who is going to pull it in and moss Marshawn Lattimore, but there is a flag on the play. It is going to be pass interference on the defense, so the Rams can go ahead and just decline it, and the catch will stand. A great one for Mike Williams. Maybe that can spark this Rams offense. Rosen right back to the air, going for Mike Williams left side. He'll make the catch, but they're going to say he was out of bounds, so it is incomplete. 3rd and 7. 2 receivers to the left of Rosen. He's going to step up and take off, getting a block from, that is the rookie tight end, Michael Kirkpatrick. And Rosen is going to go down awkwardly at the 17 with a first down. A good job to bail in the pocket to get a first down using his legs. Now a pass to Mike Williams. He'll stay on his feet, and he's up to the 12. And he's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Where the Rams going to go to on 3rd down. Rosen is out of time, and he's going to be sacked by Kyle James, the 5th sack for this Saints defense. They're really putting a hurting on Josh Rosen, and the Rams had to kick a field goal on 4th down. Derek Carr on every pressure, and he's going to be sandwiched and sacked by Milton Williams, who got his first sack there as a Ram, and also Kobe Turner in there to help make the stop. 3rd and 15, Carr hit as he let it go. It is out of reach and incomplete. Kelvin Joseph there in coverage, and the Saints are stopped again. See if the Rams can get another score on the board. Gibson dancing around in the backfield and finding some room on the left side eventually to pick up 6 yards on the carry. 3rd and 6 at the 40. Rosen has time on this one, and as O.J. Howard on the left side, he'll make a tough catch and be knocked down at the 47. They are going to hand it off to Gibson on 1st and 10. And Josh Metellus is there to stop him at the 43 of the Saints, as Gibson is across midfield. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. A throw on the left side to O.J. Howard. He'll make the catch, taking a hit from Tyrann Mathieu at the 35. Down to 1:25 to go in the half. Rosen extending the play. He's going to fire to his right hand. There is Mike Williams making the catch. He is up near the 10, and they're going to rule him down there. It'll make it goal to go for the Rams as they are trying for their first touchdown on the game. They're going to hand it off to Gibson right side, and Pete Werner is there to stop him. They'll call it a loss of 1. A second and goal, under 30 seconds to go in the half. Rosen is out of time, and he can't get the ball off. He's going to be sacked way back at the 23. And on 3rd and goal, they would just run it, and they will now have to kick a field goal on 4th down. The 3rd field goal for Tanner Brown here in the first half, and he's going to make it. And we are going to head into halftime with no touchdowns scored, and the Rams on top of the Saints 9-0 in a low-scoring defensive struggle. The Raiders and their young quarterback John Smith are having a great game. They're up 21-7 on the Jaguars, and John Smith is a perfect 13-13. Josh Rosen, he went 12-14 in our first half, and I thought he played pretty well. But we have no touchdowns on the day, so what's gone wrong? Well, the offensive line has allowed 6 sacks already. They have to be better in the second half to not only help this offense out, but also to keep Josh Rosen healthy. You can't have your quarterback getting sacked as much as he has been. The defense, they were great in the first half, not giving up anything, so as long as they just did what they did in the first half, we'll be fine. In the third quarter, it's 3rd and 3. Rosen on the move as Michael Kirkpatrick, who is going to pick up a first down and muscle his way up to the 43. In his second game in the NFL, he's got 3 catches for 21 yards. His NFL debut last week, he had 4 catches, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Here is Josh Rosen going up top for Cooper Kupp, who is wide open. How do you leave him, of all people, wide open? It'll be a long touchdown, and just like that, the Rams have their first touchdown of the day and are now up 16-0. A 2-score game still in the third quarter. It'll be Juwan Johnson on the right side. He's going to pick up a first down going out of bounds at the 37. Here is Kamara. He's got a lane right through the middle of our defense. The Saints quick snapped it, and it's going to result in a long touchdown for them. They're going to end the shutout and have a chance to make this a 1-score game as they go for 2 to try and make it an 8-point game. Derek Carr back to throw. He'll go left side into traffic for Olave, who hasn't really done anything today, and he can't make the catch, so it'll stay a 16-6 game. The Rams offense back out there. It's a pass on the left side in traffic for Anthony Allen, who makes the catch in stride. A good job by Rosen, who hit him in stride for that big gain. It'll be a handoff right side to Gibson. He immediately avoids a defender in the backfield and has a 5-yard run. He's up to 71 yards on the ground. 3rd down. Rosen is going to bail in the pocket and fire back across the field and be picked off by Pete Werner, and he's going to be destroyed by a defensive lineman, and Pete Werner is gone. It'll be a pick 6, and all of a sudden the Saints are going to make this really interesting, making it 16-13. The Rams had a big collapse last week that nearly cost him the game. Here's Michael Kirkpatrick wide open. He's all the way across midfield. And out the 24, the Saints, what is going on in the third quarter? There was really not much happening in the first half. Now in the third quarter, things are happening left and right. Gibson on the carry. He's up to the 18 with a gain of 6. 3rd down. Rosen has time on this one, but he doesn't like what he sees, so he tries to run for the first down, and it's not going to work out as Brian Brissy is going to stop him. And on 4th and 3, Tanner Brown is going to kick a field goal and make it, and extend the lead, making it 19-13. The Saints, with all the momentum on their side, hand it off to Kamara. He is dropped in the backfield by Lonnie Culliver, getting a bit of revenge for that long touchdown run he went up earlier. 3rd down. Carr has way too much time and is going to go down the field, hitting Juwan Johnson. He gets away from Travius Hodges-Tomlinson. He is loose in Rams territory and corralled at the 16 of LA eventually. A big pass play for this Saints offense that has really done nothing, at least up until that point. Kamara is going to throw off Jordan Fuller and pick up a nice little gain there to make it 3rd and 4. Bunch left, the Saints go, and they fake it to Kamara. Carr is under pressure. He's just going to throw this one away, and that'll take us to 4th and 4, and the Saints are surprisingly not going to go for it. They will just kick a field goal, and it's right down the middle to make this a 3-point game again. Really surprising that they didn't go for the 4th and 4 there to try and get the first down. But they make it a 3-point game. Barden here on the screen is going to cough the ball up, and the Rams are luckily going to recover it. A mistake there by the rookie running back, and they immediately Sub him out for the other rookie running back, Montel Rodriguez. And he's up near midfield and out in the 48, only his third carry of the game, but it's a good one. Now just across midfield, Rosen is going to go underneath, and O.J. Howard has it go right through his hands. Maybe the veteran tight end feeling a bit threatened and a bit under pressure, since we have Michael Kirkpatrick now, and Rosen is going to get sacked by Peyton Turner, who has had an amazing game, and that ends the LA drive. So a chance for the Saints to take the lead. Kamara dancing around, and he's got a first down and is over 100 yards on the game as he's up to the 32. They are now at the 42. Carr going left side for, that is Olave. He'll make the catch across midfield and is down at the Rams 45. Under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Carr goes quick to his left, and Greg Dortch will make the catch for a short game, picking up 5 yards on it. Third down. They got Dortch in the backfield. And Carr is going to go the other way for Alex Money, who he passed on in the draft. And he can't make the catch. It's broken up by Caver. And the Saints are going to try a long field goal. It is up, and it is going to be good. The Saints are going to tie us all up at 19 in the fourth quarter. The Rams are going to begin this drive with a fake to Gibson, and Rosen has no chance on the play. He'll be sacked back at the 15 by Kyle James. And the Saints are up to 9 sacks today. It'll be a pass on the left side to Cooper Kupp. He'll make the catch and go out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage. So a big third down here. Rosen, face of the blitz, goes to his left. It is nearly picked off, but Cooper Kupp is there to make another catch. And he'll go down just shy of midfield and keep this Rams drive alive. 5:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Rosen has Cooper Kupp wide open on the right side. His third catch of the drive, and he'll take it across midfield. And he go down to the Saints 35, putting the Rams on the edge of field goal range. 3:52 to go in the fourth. Rosen hit as he let it go. It is out of reach for Michael Kirkpatrick. Had Rosen just had a second more, that could have been a touchdown, or at the very least a big gain. Instead, it's third down. Rosen fires to his right, and there was Gibson making the catch. He's inside the 20, and he's going to fight his way up to the 11, putting the Rams inside the red zone and very close to retaking the lead. They are going to hand it off on second down to Gibson. He'll break a tackle, but not in the second, as he's down at the 3, a few yards shy of the first down marker. Another big third down on this drive. Rosen under pressure. He can't get the throw off in time. He'll be sacked way back at the 15. The 10th sack of the day by this Saints defense, as they do reach double digits, and the Rams are forced to settle for a field goal. They had no choice, so they do make it and take the lead again, going up 22-19, but they are now going to have to rely on their defense. It's a pass on the left side to Juwan Jennings. He'll get away from Kelvin Joseph, but there is Nolan Walker bringing him down at the 30, a gain of 5. 1:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Carr under pressure, and he can't get away. He'll be sacked by Byron Young. A huge play by him, and the Saints are forced to use their second timeout with 1:22 to go. 3rd and 15. Carr firing to his right. It is out of reach to Dom Nance, and incomplete. Caver in coverage, and on 4th and 15, the ball game is on the line here. The Saints have to have it. Carr is going to throw to his right. It is way out of bounds and incomplete. Not sure if that was a throwaway or just an awful pass. Either way, it's a turnover on downs, and that is going to be the ball game. The Rams are going to win this one 22-19, winning a defensive struggle over their old defensive coordinator in Kevin Bell. We held Derek Carr to just 127 passing yards, absolutely just shutting their passing game down. They had one big pass play to Juwan Johnson and one big run play by Alvin Kamara, but besides those two big plays, they didn't do anything on offense. Nolan Walker, I thought he had a strong showing. He actually led the team in tackles. Josh Rosen, despite getting sacked 10 times, had 333 yards, and I thought he balled out. Steve Avila, he had the worst game of his career. He was credited with giving up 4 sacks today. The receiving core, they were fine, and Gibson, he had a solid game, and we do ultimately get the win. Unfortunately, we suffered a few injuries today, and they happened to both be to our 2 best non-offensive linemen at blocking in Josh Oliver and Owen Fox. They're not long-term injuries, but they will keep them out next week. We already have some other tight ends on the roster, but not another fullback, so I've gone out and signed one in Lucas Banks, who is in his second year out of Washington. His ratings are not very good. He did have a very impressive stat line last year with the Patriots, 6 touchdowns on 7 carries. I don't think he's going to be here long, but I did want to show off that cool stat line that he had last year. Jose Pitts is going to go to the practice squad in order to open up the roster spot for Lucas Banks. We haven't really shown off the practice squad yet, so I figured why not show it off here. We do have some interesting players on here. Britton Harrington and Tory Winters are 2 players that we nearly drafted. We didn't, but we still end up getting them, and they are on the practice squad for now. Josh Rosen, he's played amazing to begin the year, and that is despite getting sacked 15 times in 2 games. We have to do a better job of blocking up front for him to not only help the offense, but to keep him healthy. I don't think he could stay healthy a whole year if he's getting sacked 10 times in a game. That's just not sustainable. Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson, he was the one that gave up the 60-yard catch to Juwan Johnson. He was only on the field for 2 plays today, and one of those was a massive negative. And I've already kind of been on the edge of moving on from him. He has just gotten worse every year after his rookie season. So we may end up moving on from him. Don't know yet. For now, though, he is still on the roster as the last cornerback. Melvin Francois, he was part of the problem today on the offensive line. A nice little upgrade there. Maybe it can help him out. Bernard Bell, I've thought about bringing him in on some of these short yardage situations to quarterback sneak with him, since he is a bigger quarterback. Maybe we can put the tush push in Madden next year, so that way if I have a bigger quarterback, we could just use that to get some first downs. Or maybe the NFL is going to ban the tush push. I don't know. Mansell Rodriguez had a big week 1. Didn't really do a ton in week 2. It's all right. Still excited for his future. Anthony Allen, same thing. Big week 1. Not so much in week 2. He's got that electric speed though, so we have to continue to try and get him the ball as much as we can. We don't want to overdo it because he's still a rookie and we have other great playmakers on this team, but still Anthony Allen, we can't just not get the ball to him. Jason Taylor II had a quiet game, but it's all right. They weren't really throwing the ball in his direction. Jordan Fuller, he got tested a few times today, and he was able to make a few plays, not a ton of them. He gets 1 to his speed, which is great. Justice Branch, haven't really seen a ton of him. He did have to play a bit in week 1 because of injury, but he was fine out there. He'll get 3 to his man coverage. The Raiders would go on to destroy the Jaguars 35-14, and John Smith, he went 23-25. He's a second-year quarterback, and he looks pretty impressive, at least to begin the year. The Commanders, they beat the Chiefs 28-27, and they also have a young quarterback that's playing pretty well in Chip Kendrick. He may have not had a 90-plus completion percentage, but 75 is pretty good. The Vikings moved to 2-0 under Mike McDaniel as they beat the Bears 28-20. Andy Hayes, their rookie quarterback, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, pretty efficient. And he also got the 49ers here, beating the Seahawks 30-24. Geno Smith, he did start at quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks despite them using the number 2 overall pick on Glenn Smith, a quarterback out of South Carolina who has some pretty good ratings, has hidden development, and they are going to be moving him up the depth chart. His first start in the NFL will come next week, of course, against us. So we will get a look at the rookie quarterback Glenn Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. It's going to be our first division game of the year. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.